Alright, finished this kind of alteration slash new piece for Savion here. Added this to his knee pads. It's a heat pressed vinyl. It's that Stahls vinyl. Pressed really nice and clean. I love this stuff on spandex. Works out great. And I just pressed it at a little bit lower temperature so it didn't compromise the padding on the inside. Which this stuff is closed cell foam anyway, so it's heat resistant. It don't really mess up. You'd have to really crank it up to mess that up. And I use a Teflon sheet to cover it up. But that came out really nice. Added a black border around this. It was just white, so we added that. And then I actually double stitched around just for a look and security. I used bias tape on these, something a little different instead of making my own trim. I bought this white bias tape because this isn't going to stretch anyway. It doesn't have to. And then we did this one. Again, the white trim around. Came out nice. This bias tape I really like. Saves me a lot of time and headache. We did the same font. This is like that flip-flop font. That looks really good with his. Pressed it on. This stuff holds up good, so nice and clean. This is the back. And we got the sides with his name, the white trim. Kind of circled around it. I'm going to try edging these a little better. I mean, this is the way these are supposed to look, so it's not a big deal. But I want to try doing some more sharper edges. And then, obviously, this is like his Black Lives Matter gear. We did the fist on the front, which was easy because I used this fist in my logos, or a version of it, so I already had it. Came out really nice and clean. I might do one more press on this just to make sure it's seated, which I stretch tested. I did a stretch test on it and everything else, and it was fine. This stuff holds up really nice. Sometimes I'll stitch around this, but with this Stahls, I've found you really don't have to. And this looks really clean without the stitching, so I kind of wanted to leave it. And I made another set for him probably almost a year ago, and it's held up fine. This stuff doesn't come off. I tried to get some of this off of a piece of my gear, and I cranked it up to like 400 and some degrees. It wasn't coming off. So, double stitching around the waist. We've got the drawstring with the reinforced tab in here, which is just another piece of this football spandex. The spandex is black football spandex from Spandex World. I love this stuff. So, his are pretty simple to make. Cut out these four panels. Two of the larger 8-inch panels, and then two of these. These are roughly 4 or 5 inches, and they're all 9 inches long. So, then we put the trim around them, put the logos on them, and then we stitch them. I serge them to the waistband before I put the elastic in it, and then I put the elastic in it and top stitch it down. And I always top stitch these two to make sure they're like double reinforced so they don't pull off. So they're put on with the serger, and then they're top stitched along here, and then the waistband is top stitched here as well. So holds up nice. This one came out really clean. I really like it. This one he made a while ago, and this is the same Stahls vinyl, I believe. And I stitched this one, so you can kind of see the difference. It looked good on here. So there's with it stitched. And I stitch it just like I would fabric. So part of it's for security, part of it's for appearance. Excuse me. And then this one's the one without the stitching. So feel free to leave comments which one you prefer, which one you think looks better with or without. And we can even do a side-by-side here. Because, like, let me get this set. Here's one of his name with the stitching. I think it looks really good. And then here's one without the stitching. Both come out good. Excuse the coughing. I've had heartburn all day. I don't know why. I like the double stitching layers on here too. I think that looks nice. But you can kind of see here side by side. I think they both look good. But feel free to leave opinions. And he wanted these kind of quick, so it saves some time. His don't take too long. I can do this belt in probably 3 hours, if that, when I'm hustling on it. And I don't run out of materials. I ran out of this material, this white trim. I didn't get enough of it, so I had to go back to the store and get more, which I needed more for another project anyway, so it worked out. So I'm going to work on making, I didn't make these knee pads, he brought these. These are from, I want to say Elucha. I can't remember for sure, but I want to say Elucha, which they're not bad. Good material. They're a little thin for my liking, but I put one on to see how they felt, and they do feel good. They're comfortable, they're light, and it's impact foam, so it'll protect, but I don't know, it's a little thin for taking, if you do a splash or something like that, you're still going to feel it. So not too bad though. I'm going to work on making these myself, but I'm going to do them with a 1-inch high density foam instead of this stuff and see how it works out. So kind of like I did the turnbuckles, but he should be picking that up shortly. Comments, questions, observations, I love feedback, so let me guys know what you think, and on to the next one.